You used to negotiate with a person. Now you negotiate with a system. In many organizations, decisions no longer move directly from one human to another. They pass through an AI model first, filtered, scored, ranked, or summarized. The conversation still happens, but the middleman has changed. Imagine a sales team requesting a pricing exception. In the past, a manager might review the request, consider context, and approve or reject it based on judgment. Today, the request may first pass through an AI-driven risk model that evaluates margin impact, customer behavior, and predicted churn. By the time the manager sees it, the system has already assigned a probability score and a recommended action. The human still decides, but the frame has shifted. This pattern is becoming common. Performance reviews are pre-filled with algorithmic productivity metrics. Hiring decisions are shaped by ranked candidate lists. Procurement systems automatically flag vendors as high or low risk before conversations even begin. The AI system sits between people. It does not eliminate interaction, it structures it. At first, this feels efficient. AI systems can process large volumes of data quickly. They reduce manual workload and highlight patterns that might otherwise go unnoticed. A finance team reviewing dozens of budget requests can benefit from automated prioritization. A hospital triaging cases can use predictive models to allocate attention more effectively. The middle layer can improve coordination. The tension emerges when that layer begins to mediate trust. In traditional workflows, trust developed through direct interaction, through explanations, reputations, and repeated exchanges. When decisions are filtered through AI systems, trust may shift from individuals to outputs. Instead of asking, "Do I trust this colleague's judgment?" the question becomes, "What does the system say?" That subtle shift can change organizational culture. There is a credible counterargument. AI mediation can reduce bias and favoritism. If a system applies consistent criteria, decisions may become more transparent and defensible. Automated scoring can provide a neutral reference point in situations where personal relationships might distort outcomes. In some cases, introducing a middle layer can increase fairness. But neutrality depends on how the system is designed. When AI becomes the primary filter, negotiation dynamics can narrow. If a performance evaluation system assigns a numerical score based on predefined metrics, managers may focus on adjusting the score rather than discussing broader contributions. If a procurement tool flags a supplier as risky, the conversation may revolve around justifying an override rather than exploring contextual nuances. The system sets the terms. Accountability also changes. If a decision passes through an algorithm before reaching a human, responsibility becomes distributed. If a poor outcome occurs, was it the individual's choice or the model's recommendation? In practice, organizations often treat algorithmic outputs as authoritative baselines. Overriding them requires justification. Accepting them rarely does. This can influence how freely people exercise discretion. Over time, reliance on AI mediation can alter communication patterns. Teams may begin to interact less directly and more through dashboards and shared model outputs. Instead of negotiating priorities in conversation, they respond to system-generated rankings. Coordination becomes data-driven. That can increase clarity. It can also reduce informal problem-solving. Second-order effects are harder to see. When AI systems define categories and risk levels, language itself can shift. Employees may adopt the terminology of the system, referring to high-probability churn or low-efficiency segments, rather than describing situations in broader terms. The framework of the model becomes the framework of discussion. Alternative perspectives may receive less attention if they do not fit neatly into predefined variables. The middleman shapes not only decisions, but discourse. This does not mean that direct human interaction disappears. In many cases, AI mediation frees time for more meaningful conversations by handling routine evaluation. The key question is balance. If the system consistently becomes the first and most influential voice in every decision, human actors may gradually adapt around it. Autonomy does not vanish, it becomes conditional. There is also a structural dimension. When AI systems are provided by external vendors, organizations may depend on how those systems categorize, score, and prioritize information. Updates to the model can subtly alter internal dynamics without explicit policy changes. The middleman evolves, and workflows evolve with it. Few may notice the shift in mediation. As more workflows run through AI systems, the presence of a middle layer will become normal. The question is not whether mediation is useful. It often is. The question is how much authority that mediation acquires. When AI becomes the default intermediary, trust, accountability, and negotiation do not disappear. They are rerouted. Understanding that rerouting allows organizations to decide where the middleman should assist and where direct human judgment should remain primary. Because once every decision passes through a system, the structure of interaction changes, and structures over time shape outcomes.